Hey guys, Juice here, your host of all the battle reports here at the Long War, where we always keep it icy. Big special thanks and shout out to all our Long War vets. If you haven't already, head over to the longwar.net and become a veteran of the Long War today. And please make sure at the end of this video you head over there so you can get the exclusive post-game interview and banter back and forth with Kenny and I about this game. Kenny, I feel like it's almost when The Rock came back.
Finally.
All right.
The Rock is home.
That's right, and that's how Kenny feels when he's back in the Beats laboratory. So he took time away from doing all the editing to come down. He said, "Oh, I literally can't take this anymore. I've got to be in front of the camera and play these new NIDs." So he wanted to be the one that faces Phase 3. So I can't wait to break down. And furthermore, what better way are we going to showcase Phase 3 of NIDs with whatever you have coming up in the bag is with none other than some of the best missions of their time and maybe even ever, ATC.
The old ATC missions, which we're no strangers to. I've been part of the winning team of that thing at least twice. But since we're playing more 5th edition, even 3rd and 4th edition style armies, I think it's perfect timing to bring back the older ATC missions.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Great pairing for armies, great pairing of a mission. Veterans, Stage 3 is here. Hive Fleet Lexus in its full force. So Wave 3 of Hive Fleet Lexus is here on the planet, and this is what we're going to be rocking with. Swarm Lord has still made it through all the way with his 2 Tyrant Guard. We also have a squad of 8 Ravengers. We've numbed it down just a little bit. Well, we've got 8. All 8 have Rending Claws, by the way. We also have our smoke screen with our Hormagon Brood. We have a 12-man squad of Gene Stealers that potentially give me some infiltrate and stuff like that. We also have Optimus Trigon Prime, our Mawloc. You see me moving around the center here because there's something new right here in this region. We also have the Malanthrope, a brood of 3 Lictors. Can't wait to show you guys some cool things I had planned for that. Also, the elephant in the room or in the middle of my display board is my Demasteron.
Today I'm very excited to bring back some Chaos Love in the form of Khorne Daemonkin allied with Robbie B's own Iron Warriors. So obviously I'm running Khorne Daemonkin. And it had occurred to me as I was making this list for my triumphant return to the Beats Laboratory that I could play an old 3rd edition Chaos Army, but Khorne Daemonkin. So I got 2 squads of 8 Berserkers rolling in their, I want to say Cadillacs. We got Power Fists. Didn't have the points for, or the models for the Icons of Wrath, but these are straight up Khorne Berserkers. We also have, from the same army list, the same CAD, a unit of Blood Crushers with 1 upgraded champion. We have a Lord. He's actually over here. It's part of the Warlord Exchange program. He is Bloodforged Armor, I believe it's called, and he's got Lightning Claw Power Fist, the original gangster combo of any Chaos Lord. And he is the Warlord, the Crimson Slaughter, and you'll notice that they're swapped. In my mind, it's because they spent a year with each other's armies and came back and brought back knowledge. This guy is obviously also in the Juggernaut. These are both Juggernauts. He's got the Bloody Relentless, which doesn't get enough play in the Chaos Codex. He also has Demon Heart Armor. We've also got a whole unit of Khorne Berserker Bikers. The whole tax has been paid. They all have the marker Khorne. They all have every little bit you can buy. They are insanely point costed. We also have, this is a Defiler. As much as I wanted to take him as a Soul Grinder, we have a squad of 10 Chaos Space Marines. You heard it. You've heard me hate on them for years. They have the Icon of Wrath, Marker Khorne, and a Power Fist. They are 350 billion points, but I love them. And obviously we're going to tuck them nice and safely into this Imperial, I want to say bunker.
Okay, Kenny. Wow. I can't wait to face that list. Now that you know what I've got going on, and now that I know that you're bringing some cool kick-ass 4th edition in the 7th edition form, let's talk about what is going to happen for the course of this game. What we're predicting here, okay?
I would say my primary fear, obviously, is I got a bunch of close combat guys with Blood Tithing who are going to be possibly relying on Feel Pain. I could just throw that one in the bag. Like, that's not even going to happen because all your potentials to take Take away
Feel No Pain with instant death?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, oh my gosh, this is like the first time in the history of ever that a NID player has more instant death than he can imagine.
Yeah.
You know, like Swarm Lord has instant death. Optimus Prime, instant death. The Damasheron, instant death. Like this is truly amazing. So one key thing is I remember from last game is I really have to get the Malanthrope early in the game. I got to get him involved, and I got to get that preferred enemy bubble up. It's not just enough with the Swarm Lord being able to reach out and touch one unit.
Oh yeah.
The only way for this, the synergy of this army is I have to have all the levels clicking for me to really start moving forward.
I watched all these games already, being the editor, and I am definitely worried about the inevitable, you know, preferred enemy bubble that you're going to get, because I'm going to get up in your grill. I'm going to try to fight you soon, because chaos do how chaos do, but I just know that you're going to have a force multiplier if I can't convert early in the game. That's my major fear. Yeah, 100%.
But I will have to say, like, the Blood Tithe brings some randomness to the game. Like, you know, like depending on what kind of shape you're in, you're like, yo, I'm gonna burn this early right now, and maybe I do need that Feel No Pain before you hit with something, or you try to hold it late. So this will actually be the first time that I'm able to see some of the blood tithing instead of just doing kind of some theory crafting with you guys and stuff. Not so I'm actually gonna get the full force of what the blood tithe can actually bring to the table.
No doubt.
So Kenny, I can't wait to see what happens when we go head to head. Okay guys, this is where we are. The first rolls of the game where I get the most excited. And it's so awesome to be rolling these dice with none other than Kenny Boucher. It's always great to have him back. So, you ready, Kenny?
I'm always ready, and I'm always icy.
That's right, absolutely love it. So, first rolls of the game. This is for deployment side.
Looks like I get the big size.
Looks like you haven't missed a beat there.
No. Standard Kenny Boucher operating procedure.
All right, and then now, as everybody knows at home, we're doing the ATC old school missions. So this is roll to see you place the first objective.
Looks like I get to place the first objective.
That is 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
So now that we know where all the objectives are, this is for deployment sides and to see who gets to go first.
Oh, looks like you just won.
Oh, had to make sure I steal that one away. I am going to opt to deploy first, Kenny. Swarm Lord psychic abilities real quick. I love it. Whenever I roll Swarm Lord with this 3 dice, I always roll that Catalyst. So I have a Catalyst, the Horror, and some Paroxysm going down.
So obviously, if I'm playing any kind of Chaos Lord, I always have a boon mutation to roll. So here's on the boon chart. That is the 10s. That is 42. 42 will give me reroll failed armor saves. That's Cosmic Fate. That is literally the best on the chart.
Love it when a plan comes together. So I have deploy first, but I am going to opt to make Kenny go first.
Yep, he knows his game plan. There's more objective-based options in this mission than killing, so that's always the best thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got 3 units coming in via either outflank, deep strike, or the Lictor Way, which is wherever
they're all not on the table.
That's right. That's right. We'll see what happens. Okay, veterans. So before the game started, I just wanted to give you a quick breakdown on what our objective placements, where they are, and how cool they are. So obviously, as you can see, my home base objective is always going to be keeping it icy.
Let me ask you a question. How icy is your home base?
So icy. So this is where my home base is going to be at. I'm going to be protecting at all costs. We also have our 3 objectives. We've got 2, 1, and 3 is chilling over in the corner next to Kenny's bikes. We also have Kenny's home base objective, which is the Long War symbol right there dug in where the Juggalords are.
Juggalo Lords?
Juggalo OO Lords.
Turn 1 to the Chaos, obviously the best army on the table. There's going to be a lot of moving and jockeying for position and trying to stay in position of the objectives while we wait for his Moloch and his Lictors to come into play. We can't get too aggressive with some of our best units, and I really am sad that I didn't get to see him move so I can react to him. Maybe charge him on turn 2, but Moloch's coming in, can't do anything about it. Lictor's coming in, can't do anything about it. We'll see what Juice does a reaction to my very short turn 1. Just moving some awesome cavalry models into position. They're super fast. Keeping the Warlord exchange program intact. He will be tanking for the unit. He is the Cosmic Fate Lord with the Demon Heart, so he's got a 2-up save. Reroll. So just a lot of pushing. Turbo boost at the bikes, turn them into a flying V. Push the blood crushers up, one of my rhinos up. Kind of left the Defiler in place. I'm just waiting for his turn 1. And then also I have to wait for his turn 2 to see where his reserves come in before I make any more real reactions. I have to play it smart.
So bottom of 1, my top of turn. It gets my blood flowing every time that my opponent comes closer to me whenever I have actually close combat stuff to do. So I'm so pumped right now. I just have to pick and choose my poison of where I want to go. And spoiler alert, I think it might be to the left. We'll see what happens. So after a shift in my movement, we have made our way to the psychic phase. So let's see what our community dice is like. That is that good old looking 6. Now I did misspeak earlier. I do have Catalyst, the Horror, and Onslaught, not Paroxysm, which is fine. So I really want to make sure, because of how close I am, I'm going to throw 5 dice at Catalyst to make sure that this goes off. I only go off with 2 and no Paros. It looks like Kenny's going to have a chance to stop it.
I'm going to try to block this Catalyst. Looks like I need 2 6s. Negative.
Feel no pain, it is. So here we are in the assault phase. Just so everybody at home knows, Swarmlord and the Raveners both have Catalyst. And he also extended, at the beginning of the turn, to the Raveners a preferred enemy. So now we've got 2 kind of long charge distances. I was able to get a good movement, difficult terrain check off that Sky Shield landing pad. He was able to stick a backflip. So I've got an 8-inch charge to make here. And then the Raveners are going to follow in as well with an 8-inch to the closest bite. So I'm gonna, if Swarmlord doesn't make this charge, the Raveners are gonna stay back as well. I have to have both units in or none at all. So Swarmlord, here it is, gotta stick an 8. A 6 does not make it, but I do have to brace through a little Overwatch. We'll see what happens.
So I get the Overwatch. So now I gotta measure who's within 12 inches for double tap range. Looks like I only got like 2 bikes. Got a guy with a melta gun, and the rest of my guys should be within 24 inches. Here are the twin link bolter shots. You get 6s. 1.
Luckily it's twin linked.
What's the toughness of that unit? It's obviously not 6, right?
No, it's 7. No, I'm just kidding, it's 6.
So there's a negative there.
Big old nothing.
We got 1 melta gun shot, and that's a big old negative. Close combat, 6s.
Okay, so I kind of really wanted to have Swarmlord in combat, especially because after the push, but you know, it is what it is. Now, I was able to move far enough away that he's got about a 7-inch charge to Swarmlord where he is right now from the Jugglords. So it is what it is. I'm feeling kind of confident. I got all my big baddies, and still yet I have my Mawloc and Lictors and Gene Stealers still to come into play.
So I lucked out right there and didn't get charged. I can't tell you how happy that makes me, but also a little sad because I wanted to be in close combat on turn 1. Now I get to dictate the charge. Hopefully I can get the Juggalos in there, aka the ninjas, and kill me a Swarmlord. I think this will be the first time on camera the Swarmlord's ever died in a battle report if I can do it right now.
So it's turn 2 and it's your shooting phase. This is the scariest part for me. I'm really worried about this.
Yeah, I got a lot of twin link bolters. They got a lot of strength 4 AP5 action that the Swarmlord is definitely, he's not into. I'll tell you what though, that Defiler, I'm not even gonna waste time going through the whole motion of placing templates, scattering it when I know you got 2 up. Cover saves everywhere from that Malin throw.
I would really like a random 12-inch land on your bikes that don't have shroud. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the twin link bolters. These actually hit on 3s. Twin linked. Oh well, I can't. I did a mini juice right there.
Sure. Looking for those long wars.
We need those 6s. That is just 2. Okay. Juice.
Yeah, and I'm just going to go ahead, auto lookout, sir, pass, and now it's going to be on the Tyrant guard behind me with a 3-up save.
Coming in next is 2 melted gun shots. 2 hits, that's what Marines like to see. Wounding on 2s. Same situation.
At this point in time, I'm going to take, again, both lookout sirs, and then I'm looking at a 5-up cover save because of Shroud in the open. That is 1 success, and then this 1 fail, I have Feel No Pain on a 5-up. I feel like I must take it. I did not, sir. That is 2. I take a wound.
Got 1 more crack grenade from the Lord himself. 3 or 2. I need a 4. So 1 more armor save or whatever you want.
He is going to take this on himself.
Stug it. Starting with my longer charge because I don't want to choke out my long charge and my close charge. We're looking for a 7, which is an average roll. Looks like I got it. So we're going to move these guys in 8 inches. We already know he's closest. Nobody's going to fit in that channel over there, so I know I'll always be able to make this charge right here. Here's the unfailable charge. See how far they go.
Looks like they didn't make it.
They didn't make it.
Okay, the first combat of the game. I know, everybody, this is what you've been waiting for, and he was able to solo pick on Swarm Lord. So, Kenny, you're up with some Hammer Wrath.
First things first, Champions of Chaos and Blood for the Blood God and all that, I have to issue a challenge. It's required. My Biker Commander upgrade right here, he will issue the challenge.
And Swarm Lord being, he has to accept challenges because he's a big dick bandit, so he will smite thee.
Here's a Strength 5 impact hit into the unit from a Juggerlord. That's 1 wound. Here is a Strength 4 into the unit, needing a 6. That's 2 wounds. And here's 1 to the Swarm Lord that we're in a challenge with, needing a 6. I didn't think so, but he does have 2 3 of armor saves for the unit.
So here we go. 2 3-ups. Like a boss. Alright, Swarm Lord is up with his 5 attacks. I would have, if I would have put preferred enemy on myself here. So now I need
T5s for the unit. That matters.
It does. That is 3, brother.
3. So I don't have any saves against this, I don't believe. So
nope.
You do kill my champion. That gives me a blood tithing point, and you kill the 2 bikers right next to him, brother. Here are all the Juggernauts. In on 4s, because we're the same weapon skill, unfortunately. Well, I'm hoping to do this through strength of attack. We are strength 6 on the charge, Furious Charge. So we need 4s with AP 3. Not bad. That is 5, I guess, Feel No Pains from my brother Juice.
5 Feel No Pains into my guard. I've had to make worse in my life.
So
literally exactly
just enough to kill them.
Just enough to kill them. But just to get it out of the way, I still get my 6 attacks. That is 3 each. Because of Rending Talons, Rending Claws, and Scything Talons. They need, I am weapon skill 5.
We'll say, yep, we both need 4s too.
No preferred enemy as of yet. And I am strength 5 Rending.
D4 times 4. So just 2 saves. I'll start on the Cosmic Fate Lord. So he has 2 up armor saves, and he gets to reroll failed armor saves.
Oh, shoot.
Here are the Khorne Bikers. I have literally never said that before. Khorne Bikers.
In the history of ever.
Rage and Icon of Wrath, so a Fierce Charge and plus 2 attacks on the charge.
And what's your weapon skill?
We're only weapon skill 4. So what do I need?
5s to hit me, because I'm weapon skill 9.
Okay. So I'll just put my hits in this situation. That's way faster. We are strength 5, so 5s again. Not a bad roll.
Got a little cluster of them right here. Let's go ahead and get these out of the way. I'm going to just knock out as a bunch of 3-ups. And I'm going to follow these 2 1s with some Feel No Pains. Take a wound.
Warlord trait, he has 8 attacks with his Power Fist on the charge. Needing 4s to hit because he's weapon skill not 4.
Wow. I saw those 3s and 4s. I was like, oh no. Then I realized I'm a big dick bandit and have weapon skill 9.
So that's 3 wounds.
Okay, so, and this is, obviously, I don't get 3-up saves, so this is, Feel No Pain.
4 of them audibles, right?
Oh yeah, excuse me, my 4-up invulnerable first, which is 2, and my 5-up Feel No Pains. I take 2 wounds. I have total of taken 3. I have 2 left. Bottom of 2, Kenny, of your turn 2.
So
talk about it.
So I got a blood tithing point by losing a champion. I was really hoping to close out that Swarm Lord. We'll see what happens though in the next turn when I get counterattacked by your whole army. I'm really majorly concerned with, I guess, Optimus Prime and the Detachment as they come in. If I can get the Swarm Lord in my next turn, I won't feel too uncomfortable with it though.
Wow. I couldn't be more pumped right now to be a Nid player with all my toys right in front of me, and look what I get to do. So I'm just super excited where I'm at right now. Swarm Lord was able to grab his nuts and stay on the table and not die. And the cool thing is, because of him, I get +1 of my reserves rolls. So now I'm bringing my 3 units on 2s. So real quick, let's bang these out. These are my Gene Stealers that are coming out of Outflank. There they are. Let's see what side they come on. That is to my right. Then I have the Moloch. And I also have the squad of 3 Lictors. Everybody's here to play. Okay, so we have moved some guys. There's a couple things I do want to talk about real quick. And that is my movement. Now, where the Hormagaunts are, I decided to get them in combat here. But so the easiest for everybody at home, this is a pro tip, who run Sky Shields, right? So instead of moving down, lifting up, angle, all this, literally, my models are on the top of the Sky Shield. So me and my opponent can both physically see where they are. But literally, I just say, they are where they are on top, but the models are actually underneath on the ground.
A successful difficult terrain test, put them where they are on the bottom.
Yep.
And this is the easiest way to do it, which is also on the long where we're talking about how blast templates should never be able to hit things they couldn't see because of this exact situation right here.
Exactly. If by the rules that people want to argue with that, just remove these models, you can't actually tell me what you hit underneath. That's the whole premise of why I want to keep them on top here, so I can actually see where my models are without having to put dice down and move this and this and that. So either way, pro tip, this is how you use a Sky Shield. So I'm going to follow that right up. We're going to move into the Psychic phase. Swarm Lord at the beginning of the turn as well did sling Preferred Enemy on Optimus Prime. And here we go. This is our community dice. Love rolling that 6, that long war. So I'm going to follow the same protocol as last time. I'm actually going to, instead of roll 5, I'm going to roll 6 on Catalyst. If I go Super Saiyan, I wouldn't be mad right now. I have 3 successes this time, Kenny.
Obviously, this is the most important power for me to block, so I need to bang out 3 6s right here. That's a big old 0.
So, and I'm not going to risk trying to cast anything else. Nothing really is that important. So we're just going to move right along. Okay, so we've made our way to the assault phase, and I'm just going to do this rundown real quick on where my assault charges are going to happen. Obviously, the Hormagaunts that are on the ground that you can see are going to go into this unit. The Juggalos. Juggalos are also going to get assaulted by the Mountain Throat and Optimus Prime. The Daemonkin is going to smash in over here on the bikes. While I was thinking about combo charge and doing all these other things, the Raveners are actually going to slingshot and try to pick up that Rhino to take away some of that maneuverability and objective secure, considering this is an objective mission. Okay, so the Raveners, everybody else has made charge distance. It was almost impossible to fail, so now the Raveners are up, and we've got their distance is 4 inches. They have fleet. So
always reroll a 1.
Always. I'm going to stick this into a 6.
Math.
That is literally
That's science.
math.
That's science.
I just want to make sure that this is the second time this game that you roll a 1 and you turn into a 6. It is. We talk about it on the show, everything else. It happens all the time. Okay, so we have made our way to the assault phase, and it is before Initiative 10, the ability to issue challenges. I am going to opt not to issue a challenge because I know Kenny has to issue one, and he's got 3 guys that have different abilities. So I want to make sure that I can counter his challenge by accepting it with the person that I want on my terms.
Yep, and so that's a good tactic. That's one of the big failings of Chaos right now is that they have to, like, they completely don't get to play in a whole tactical element of the game. So I just have to be safe with it and have to use my Eternal Warrior guy to issue the challenge. It's just that simple.
Yep, so, and because of the fact that he is going to do that, I'm going to have Optimus Prime go toe-to-toe with him because of the fact that he is the souped-up one, and I don't feel like he has the ability to kill him outright in one turn, where he could easily punk down because Swarm Lord only has 2 wounds left.
And it looks weird because we're so far away from each other. This guy right here, but all models engaged in combat. We're all engaged now. So anyone's available for a challenge because of that.
Okay, now that we have determined what is going on, so Optimus Prime is going to do a Hammer of Wrath. That is a wound.
Strength 6, so I have a 3-up armor save. Good to go with a Long War 6.
And then the Daemonkin. That's another save.
He is strength 6 as well, so we have a 3-up armor save on the Khorne Berserker. Who's a biker right there. Thank you, sir.
Very well. All right, Daemonkin is up at initiative 6. He's going to go into the bikes. The Swarm Lord is the same initiative. He's going to go into the Juggalos. So the Daemonkin, here we go. He is weapon skill 8. He does not have preferred enemy. The Swarm Lord gave that to Optimus Prime. Now I did roll 1/6 to hit.
Yes, sir.
So that means I get a cool initiative 1 attack that you'll see here in just a second. So that automatically happens. So then now I am
strength 8.
Yep.
So you clear out.
Excuse me, I'm strength 7.
So regardless, you clear out the squad. Berserkers, the bikers are all dead. That is a blood tithing point for Khorne.
So that also means that I was not able to swallow something at my initiative 1 step.
We got the Blade of Relentless. He's at a strength 5 profile, swinging into the Swarm Lord. He 4 is the hit.
Ooh, solid.
He 5's the wound. I can look for some of those 5s here. That's 1 wound to the Swarm Lord.
Okay, so I've got my 4-up Parry Blade Sword save, and I stick it.
Good to go.
It's the Malanthrope's time. Initiative 4. 4 is to hit. And then now this is Poison 2 up at strength 5, so I get to reroll. That is 3 normal saves.
So I'm going to look out sir these into my champion, trying to get another blood tithe point. Will give me another 2. So look out sir, all but 1. 5 up invulnerables on the champion. He takes 1 wound, passes 1, and 2 up armor save on the Lord. Cosmic Fate, reroll failed armor saves.
Wow. All right, it's Optimus Prime's time, baby. So he's got 8 attacks because his base off the charge bonus attack and the Yawgmoth factor. And Swarm Lord gave him Feel No Pain and Preferred Enemy. So he is souped up Prime.
He's a straight beast.
Straight beast.
Straight beast.
Needing 4s.
That's a super good roll, my brother.
Super really good roll. Preferred Enemy didn't come into play yet. And then now I need 2s. 6s are instant death. So there's 2 instant death and 4 saves.
So these I have a 4-up invulnerable against. Bang them both out. And all of these I have a 4-up invulnerable against. But these I get Feel No Pain against. So 2 fails, converting to Blood Forged Armor, Feel No Pain. We take 2 wounds, we got 2 left. And we're going to return fire. We got 3 attacks from being a Chaos Lord. 1 for being on a Juggernaut. 1 for close combat wounds because we do have the Lightning Claw combo. And our Warlord trait gave us an addition. We hit on 3s because we have a higher weapon skill than you. And we wound on 2s because we have a Power Fist. So 5 return wounds to you, my friend.
5 Feel No Pains. Thank you, Swarm Lord. So I saved 2, I took 3, I have 3 left. This was a very, very successful turn 2 for me. It has gotten super bloody, super fast. Always love games with Kenny. Here we are, we're still stuck in this combat. He's got all his champions and everybody's left. I'm taking wounds, he's taking wounds. This next turn is going to be crucial of who gets out of here alive. The Ravengers were able to do what they needed to do, and I'm going to brace the charge there. And then I've got my Gene Stealers chilling over, trying to stay out of the death range of the Soul Grinder, excuse me. The
Defiler.
The Defiler?
No, yep, the 200 point, not as good as a Soul Grinder, with less armor and less ability to move, yeah.
So you're telling me if the Soul Grinder, or excuse me, the Defiler had a armor save and a toughness value, he'd be a whole lot better?
Oh my god.
Just imagine real quick, I'm going to go off on a tangent. What if he had a 3-up save and was toughness 8?
Yeah. He'd be
Are you telling me you wouldn't see 3 Defilers in every army?
Every list.
Okay, Kenny. This is top of 3, your turn. Everybody at home might be thinking that your back is against the wall at all, this and this. Like, give me a game plan, tell me how you feel. Let's talk about it.
Definitely going a little sideways on me in this big combat. I was really hoping to get that Swarm Alert earlier because I knew that the Detachment was going to be a problem. So I did not convert on what I wanted. You are attacking a flank, but there's objectives in play. There are base objectives in play. I know for sure I can at least draw base objectives. There's going to be a huge play for midfield objectives, and kill points is already going sideways on me. So I'm definitely fighting in the backfield, but I'm going to do my best to stay in this game.
And I don't know about you, but I feel like the Defiler is going to be key. That battle cannon with all my toughness 4 Raveners and stuff like that, like I feel like it could be a little more clutch than the first couple turns.
About to target Raveners with a Defiler's battle cannon for the first time in history. I'm going to activate the Demon Forge and the Defiler, avoid rolling a 1. We do, so that allows me to reroll the wounds in my upcoming shooting phase. Ooh, rolled an 11. But
I like to see that hit marker. Well, I don't like to see it, but you do.
Every time a Defiler rolls a direct hit with his battle cannon on toughest 4 multiple models, a nerdling gets his wings. 5 hits against these Raveners, wounding on 2s. We did activate the Demon Forge. We get a reroll. So we do 5 wounds. These buddies, it looks like they're hiding behind some cover.
All right, so it's looking like I've got a 5-up save. I'm not within my 6 inches for Shroud. That would be nice, so I'm just looking for 5-ups or die. Lose 2. That was a pretty solid roll.
I'm going to do an old glorious intervention. My Eternal Warrior Lord is going to try to change places with my not Eternal Warrior Lord, who's in base with a guy who inflicts all manner of instant death. We have successfully changed places, and he might keep my dude alive for another turn. This is part of the Warlord Exchange program. In action.
Okay, so we're at our initiative 6 now. The Daemonkin and Stormlord. The Daemonkin's up first, so I'm weapon skill 8. No preferred enemy. Oh, I do have, preferred enemy because my Malinthrow was part of a successful combat, so now he does have it. So that is all hits, and I am strength 7, and preferred enemy. So that is 3 instant death and 2 regular.
So 5 up of audible on the first guy. He's dead. Instant death attack. I imagine you maybe do instant death first.
Yep.
The next guy, the next 2 to the squad, dead. And that's it, because we have an ongoing challenge right now he's not part of, because he's initiative 6. I believe that's how that works. Anyone online who knows how this works, please correct us. We do not know if the challenge goes before initiative 6 or if initiative 6 can pile into a challenge that's ongoing.
Mr. Ninja Swarm Lord himself. Preferred enemy.
Swarm Lord looking fresh.
And toughness 4. Luckily I'm preferred enemy. That is 4 instant death.
This one is Eternal Warrior.
Oh, gotcha.
I have 2 wounds left. I do have to make at least 3 of these on him. And there's nobody else who can take the wounds because my squad is dead. He is dead. So that is also my Warlord. So Warlord has been taken. I did pick up a lot of blood tidal points.
About through the roof.
Let's see if the old Blade of the Relentless can get it done against this Trigon Prime. It's all but 1 hit, and we are only strength 5, so we still need 5s to wound on this toughness 6 creature. We need to come in fresh here. There's literally no wounds.
That is not the freshness that we were referring to.
Nope, that is not good.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll right into the Optimus Prime. He now has 6 attacks. I'm using the Yawgmoth factor to go +1 strength. So now he is base strength 8. So any of my attacks are going to cause instant death. So I need 4s. Preferred enemy. 3 instant death.
So we need to bang out 3 4-up saves or we lose this Lord, and Chaos is very sad. There it is.
Chaos is not so sad.
Chaos is in it.
Love it.
A little bit luck there at the end. Chaos give it, but Chaos took it first.
Yeah, it's a little spark of hope there.
So, not looking too good. I mean, at this moment, I'm definitely out of the kill point game. I lost First Blood on Warlord. I lost my opportunity to get your Warlord, I believe, for the rest of the game. As you approach me, I'm really going to just need to kind of skirt the board edge, make my moves. But realistically, it's going to be hard to stay in this game. I just got to get the points I can get because this is, you know.
And that's what we preach about, especially in this format and the team format and how this is. You get every point that you can.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my 3, I'm still in combat. It looks like for my game plan is I'm going to stretch out, stay away from that Defiler because as good as I am in combat, I am not feeling comfortable with any of my stuff being able to go toe-to-toe with that thing. All right. Okay, so here we are. We are at the initiative step. I'm going to try to do a couple things. The Daemonkin, he was a little too far out. I just wanted to make sure that I got him closer. So I just ended up running him.
It's one of those clutch situations out there. But I've seen you do this before when you used to play your Paladin stuff back in the day. You have to know when to run and when to shoot.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like, why do I want to take a gut shot to make a 10 or 11 inch charge when I can just say, hey, I'll just take 4 inches and try to pick it up on the back end. Because, and again, I know that I'm going to get charged, but I'd rather get charged here than get charged back here. So either way, I've got some distance here. I'm going to have my maul lock instead of burying the ground and everything else. I'm going to wait a turn. He's going to go in and try to charge the Rhino. 6 inches looks like it'll do it. We've got a handy dandy tack template. Kenny, am I in range?
The old Long War tack template available on a Kickstarter near you. I don't think you made it, Doug.
6 inches haven't got it. So I'll have to re-roll. Okay, so the Raveners made their charge distance. It's like a half an inch or an inch.
Turns out that's easy.
Yep, good to go. And then we've got it into the Berserkers that were kindly enough to be in a crater to make sure that I go at initiative 1.
That's
thank you.
Ancient Chinese trick.
Yes.
Longwar.com, longwar.net exclusive.
Yes, the supposed to be #1 assaulting army in the world. Let's not give them assault grenades. Got it.
Heard that. I'm all about it for this turn. I can't have no sympathy for you.
Here we go.
So these Khorne Berserkers have counterattack because they're the Mark of Khorne, and they're weapon skill 5. Are you weapon skill 4?
I am weapon skill 5 as well.
So when he 4 is the hit, I'll pull my misses, aka proper dice rolling protocol. Roll that cocked. And we are strength 4, looking for 4 is the wound. Not a bad conversion of 6 wounds from my buddy Juice.
And I'm looking for 5s.
Feel no pain, luckily, because I think you slung it over on
I actually, no, I didn't give Feel No Pain to anybody because I didn't want to cast this turn. I gave them preferred enemy. So that is 2 whole Raveners.
Berserkers holding it down like they should.
Wow. So the return attacks are 20. Weapon skill 5, so I need 3s to hit. Luckily, I preferred enemy out.
Or weapon skill 5, I'm weapon skill 5.
So
4's the hit.
Luckily, I still roll a bunch of 1s, so I get to re-roll for 4s. Pick up 1 of them. So let's go ahead and get rid of these here. Now, pretty solid roll. Now, something I'm excited about is that these are all scything talents. Or excuse me, rending claws. Rending claws.
So there's a 6.
1 6.
And a lot of 1s.
Let's see what I can capitalize on.
I know there's 2 more 6s.
Absolutely. The way it should be.
So we lose 3 Berserkers and we have to take 3 armor saves. Lose 3 more Berserkers.
Wow.
My Spine Champion has 2 attacks. He has a 3rd counterattack. Looking for 4s to hit. The old 1 hit, looking for a 2. Power Fist, I think we close out 1 Ravener.
That is another one down.
Straight 3rd edition army. Everybody who can have a Power Fist has one. So I have about 150 points in Power Fists.
So the plot thickens. You would assume that I won the combat because I lost more, I inflicted more casualties. But I have actually 9 wounds that was dealt to me. So we are out. Oh man, look at that. We are just out of
Synapse.
So now I'm going to have to make a clutch leadership.
Oh,
save.
they're not fearless.
No,
So
sir.
you lost combat by 3. So obviously the leadership 10, no big deal.
No, even better. They're leadership 6.
So you're down to a leadership 3 test?
Yep. Let me tell you, I have no doubt in my mind I'm going to stick this. When I mean sticking, I'm going to roll a 10.
So now we're down to initiatives.
Yes, we are. I'm at I4.
And I am also at I4. I equal you, so I kill you.
The meanest, baddest
Khorne Berserkers.
Khorne Berserkers
You heard it here
ever.
first. Greatest assault unit in Warhammer 40k.
ever in the history.
Murder Shuffle. This is how a proper Murder Shuffle is done. This is my consolidation roll. 1 inch. Right there. Just laying down in the blood.
No, this is the murder laydown.
Just rolling in the blood, dog. That's how they get their armor red.
Okay, it's up to Optimus Prime now. So what we've got is, because of the Yargamo factor, I'm going to go to a +1 to my armor save. So now I'm going to rock a 2-up save because I know that the Axe of Fist of Blind Fury.
The old Blade of the Relentless. One of my favorite abilities. It goes up. I'm currently at the Strength 5 profile. I need 1 more kill to go to the AP2 profile. So currently, my axe is just going to bounce off of this guy's carapace.
Yep, so I don't have that feel no pain, but having that 2-up armor save is probably even better.
Probably better.
Yep, so, but I am going to go before you, or excuse me, after you, so you are up, Kenny.
The old Blade of the Relentless, the kitty cat scratch, because you're still 2-up armor save. I hit you on 3s, higher weapon skill, and I'm wounding you on 5s because of the +1 strength buff. Still, unsuccessfully wounding you.
At least he's consistent.
Consistent.
So, I've got 6 attacks. No 1s, needing 4s to hit.
So there's 1 instant death and 2 wounds?
2 and 2 wounds. Alright, Kenny. Instant death is up. Let's see if you can stick this save.
There it is, homie. Long War. Done net.
Check us out.
Here's the, this is how you get good at 40k. 2 4s right here. 1. So the first wound taken on this Lord. Luckily I will not die, which I'll be able to use next turn. So
Looks like I've got some Hormigons swinging in now.
sorry, that's my second wound because I did fail a Cosmic Fate roll earlier.
Hormigons are up. Needing 4s. Not a single one for preferred enemy. And then now I'm looking for 6s. Alright, what is your toughness?
4.
Toughness 4, I'm looking for 5s.
Yeah, Juggernauts used to be 5. They took a little bit of a nerf in some ways, but not
Okay.
always.
Wow, 1 save.
So 2-up armor save. Good to go. Still fearless.
Okay, a pretty successful turn. I'm moving up the board, I'm collapsing around, I'm putting his backs against the wall on some areas. Losing the Raveners was a little surprising, but is what it is, and I'm still pretty poised to capitalize.
So this is an interesting turn for me. I have a lot of precarious things going on. I don't feel so good about my chances to pull out the big W, but something I've never had happen before. I have enough blood tithing points to summon a Bloodthirster of Unfettered Rage, I believe is his title. Summoning off of the champion with the blood tithing, with the blood for the blood god rule, right here. This is my best opportunity, I think, to get in the game. Right on objective 2. There it is, brother. Poor champion bites the dust. The old Bloodthirster is going to do something that maybe not a lot of people realize he can do, which is change flight modes in the movement phase. He was summoned at the beginning of the turn before the movement phase. And in the movement phase, I'm allowed to change flight modes. So I'm not going to be swooping. I'm going to be gliding. I can't assault anything, but that means I don't have to spend a whole turn landing. This is one of those things that we talk about. This is an FAQ. This is not a rules change. The old Blade of Relentless, still AP3.
Our favorite phase, the assault phase. It still is.
You still AP2? Are you still armor save 2?
You know I am.
Let's see what I can do here. Well, my ceremonial 4 hits. Let's see if I can convert into 4 misses. 4 fails to 1. 1, 2 of armor save. 4 Optimus Prime. Luckily, you were...
It's a 2-up save. So, here we go. I've got his 6 attacks coming back.
preferred enemy all day.
With some PF.
Not bad. 4 hits. That'll be pretty good if you can get 4 wounds on me.
And I kind of scattered them a little bit, but that is 4 wounds, brother.
So two of them are
instant death.
2 of them are instant death. So this is potentially a problem right here. Let's see what happens with the instant death. Double 60s.
I would expect no less.
Still alive, and regular not instant death. 4 to 5. He has taken no wounds. He is a straight beast. Chaos given. Let's see if the Demon Heart comes in clutch and I can get a super needed It Will Not Die roll. There it is. I bring a wound back.
He's Stone Wallen Johnson.
Was able to crush out some of the lictors on the charge. Successful berserker charge. Made little work, short work of a unit of 3 lictors, mainly because of a power fist. So, power fist did some work this game. It only cost me 150 points to kill 4 models, maybe 5. But these are all multi-wound models, so that's actually.
I was going to say the 2 lictors that he killed. That's 100 points.
It's 100 points. So
the 2 killed over here. 2 Ravagers. That's 40 points each. That's 180 points.
No, I just made back my power fist investment. Yo, back in it. So obviously, I'm very anxious to be able to get into combat with this Bloodthirster, but obviously I'm going to get charged by 15 G-Stealers before I do anything. So
12.
12.
Yep. Okay, so I've got some decisions to make. I'm in the back of my mind, I'm rolling around. Do I just peel that Moloch off and bury and come back on turn 5 for trying to get rid of some single guys? I am going to move these Gene Stealers into base contact and try to assault the Bloodthirster and try to move somebody over for some Fearless just to lock this guy down for a couple turns until I can get done out of this combat. Okay, so after doing some movements, it is the Psychic phase, and Swarmlord does need to nut up and bust out a Catalyst real quick. So this is our community dice. Rocking 3, so I have 6 total. I am actually going to sack all my dice to make this go off, and I'm not even going to be mad when I perils.
No
perils.
No perils and unblockable.
But it is unblockable. So I have now given Feel No Pain to himself and Feel No Pain to Optimus Prime. So that means he doesn't have to keep using or doesn't have to use the Yawgmoth factor for anything else except going to Strength 8 right now and feel comfortable about it. And in the movement phase, he did sling, so everybody knows, he did sling a preferred enemy to the Daemonkin. Okay, so it's Gene Stealer time. Need them to make this clutch 3-inch charge that they do with Shining Colors. A 9 is plenty. Okay, Gene Stealers and Bloodthirster it is.
So Unfettered Fury, Unfettered Rage gets 6 attacks. 4 hits, he just strength wounds you on 2s.
Yep.
He kills 4 G-Stealers.
That's what I was prepared for. 4 down, and I've got my attacks ready. So here we go. I am looking for 4s.
They're what, the skill 6? I forgot they're badasses.
Wasn't able to run far enough to get preferred enemy in there. And now I am looking for 6s.
Not the best showing of 6s.
Nope.
So I get a 5-up invulnerable save because I'm a demon. And we just don't take any wounds this turn. Bloodthirsters do what Bloodthirsters do. Let's see if this is the turn that my lord actually kills, converts on this Trigon. You think that's a thing?
I don't think so, but let's see what happens.
Hitting on 3s. Up. We're down in hits. We're down to 3 hits. Looking for 5s to wound.
Add those together, that's 1 wound.
1 wound if it's a 3d6 wound ratio. So let's see what happens.
So we now know that I have Feel No Pain. I'm adding plus to my strength. So I'm strength 8. All these are instant death. Needing force.
Oh,
ooh.
This is the worst you've done. No preferred enemy there.
No preferred enemy, no nothing that I can do about it. And this is 2. So 2 4-up saves. He's already made 1 million 4-up saves. So I'm fully prepared for you to stick these.
So I'll take a page out of the dramatic rulebook.
Here we go.
And go one by one.
Here it is. Pass the first one.
Dramatic reading.
Don't be a loser until the first one.
Sigil of Corruption is a 4-up invulnerable.
Now, do us all the glorious of a golf clap.
This is for chaos.
The golf clap it is. Okay, a successful turn. I can't say it enough. I've really been able to capitalize. The Detachment was able to take down the unit of guys that he hit. He rolled for his rampage. Finally was able to get that off and pull down 10 total attacks. The Optimus Trigon Prime did what he does in some clutch rolling, and Gene Stealers have this Bloodthirster locked down.
Chaos, trying to hold it down, trying to get points. Base objectives, looks like that's going to be a draw. Still fighting. If I can get that Bloodthirster out of that combat somehow, if I can crash in there, maybe get my Berserker into range. I don't know. I might be able to tie secondaries, but lose it on the opposite bonus objectives. But I'm still trying to get these points, man, because I just always got
to grind.
Points. Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
The old Defiler's going to be crashing through that building. Looking for a 7. We do have fleet. We can reroll this too. And we fail the world's most disappointing charge. The old Bloodthirster coming in after those Gene Stealers again.
Yep. See if he converts 6 for 6.
4. That's what he did last time. Drops 3 this time. He's doing the Lord's work, aka
yep.
the Lord of Blood and Souls.
Darkness. Okay. Genies are up. I actually picked up my hits because I thought there's a whole lot more misses, and then looking for 6s. That is 1. That was a solid roll, but only 1.
Let's see if I can't bang out this 5 of a multiple again. Nope. Bloodthirster takes his first wound. Can't complain.
And I'm fearless.
Well, a little disappointed to fail that Defiler charge. Was hoping to get into a combat and do some damage. Now I'm just standing on the objective, but that's short-lived. Bloodthirster, he's doing the work. If you get lucky here, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and I just don't know if I'm going to be able to bring him down, especially with the Defiler showing face here. I'm going to have to address him, especially if this game goes into the longer turns. Okay, veterans, this is the bottom of the 5th turn. So for everybody that knows, this is the time in which you got to imagine the game is going to end, so you can put yourself in those positions, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Even though I want the game to go 7 turns so my Detachment can come over and everything, I have to look at the objectives now and hold on it as if that 1 or 2 is going to be rolled, but still put myself in a favorable position if the game does continue all the way to turn 7. Okay, so the Moloch coming up, we're going to try to get this objective secure guy here with the Moloch. So I'm just going to kind of drag over with the template basically where I would want him to be. So his base is the center of his base. It's going to be here. And let's see what it does. We get a good old scatter like normal. Standard operating procedure. And he is going to be basically in terrain. Very useful. Not. Okay, everybody at home in TV land, this is where I'm at. This is a crucial decision because the Moloch didn't capitalize on this last objective secure unit here. I don't need to kill this model. I just need to tie him up with objective secure. This guy is frustrating me. So, what is better? I need you guys to let me know after my decision whether I was right or wrong. Optimus Prime seems a little awkward right now, but he could shoot his bioelectric pulse that is 12 strength 5 shots at 18-inch range to try to capitalize and kill this last guy with 12 strength 5 shots. Only ballistic skill 3. Or do I combo charge Swarm Lord, who can only hurt this with a smash attack really, and him going at strength 8? Is that easier to kill with a 5-up inbone or taking my chances here? Either way, I need to make sure that I get 2 objectives. Not the worst case scenario is that I don't shoot my 12 shots here, don't kill this, Swarm Lord goes in and doesn't kill that, and all of a sudden Kenny wins.
I was going to also mention too, like if you notice here, the distance between this crater and this ruin is smaller than the base. So the Defiler will get to go before both guys swing.
Mm-hmm.
He can, Defilers have extra attacks. I think my Defiler's loadout has 5 attacks standing still. You might get really lucky and sneak 4 strength 10 wounds in on this cat before he even gets to swing. If that even factors in, but it's unlikely. I mean, he's only weapon skill 3.
Yeah.
So
I still have a psychic phase for feel no pain, but either way, so this is kind of where we're at right now, is like, and especially when your back is against the wall, if you're at a tournament or anything else, it can't last all night, you got to make a decision. So stay tuned to see what I do. Okay, psychic phase, let's see how many dice we get. That is 4. I am going to sack 6 dice at Catalyst, that is. It goes off on 2 with no perils. And Kenny, you get to counter me with your own 4 dice.
Let's see what happens. See if I can bang out 2 6s. 1 6. That's the most amount of 6s I've rolled, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That is true. So, what we're going to do is we're going to give Feel No Pain to Swarm Lord. Hey, and real quick, just out of curiosity, what is the strength of the
6.
book? It's strength 6.
So you can actually put Feel No Pain on those Gene Stealers with effectiveness.
That's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to give Feel No Pain to them, just to try to see if, to ensure the fact that I don't have to come out of here and give to do what I got to do. Okay, so after doing some thinking, I am going to shoot the Bioelectric Pulse with Optimus Prime at the last guy there. So here are my shots.
Does he have preferred enemy on these?
So the cool thing is he still has preferred enemy from the Malin.
Oh, of course he does.
So only one different.
And it converts.
I did convert. Okay, so now I'm strength 5.
Perfect math, I think. You get another hit.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Thank you. Okay.
So this is a lot of 3-up armor saves. Now, if I had a nickel for every time I made 5 3-up armor saves in a row, I'd have approximately $37. So, in true dramatic fashion. I know you guys hate it, but I'm gonna keep doing it.
There it is. Bioelectric Pulse for the winner.
Well, back to close combat. Let's see if I can get 6 hit 6 wounds and clear out these juice stealers real quick. Ceremonial 4. Crushing on 2s. 3 Feel No Pains to juice. 2.
Alrighty. 2 from the long side here. So I got 6 dice coming back at you with some preferred enemy love, finally. Alright. And looking for some 6s. Convert 1 into a 6. Alright, nothing, and we're staying there again. Okay, so that is the bottom of 5. I put myself in a position to take 2 objectives from the center. I have my home base IC objective. Kenny has his. So it's looking pretty solid right now for the good guys. We just got to make sure that this big bloodthirster doesn't get out of that combat if we go into the late rounds. All right, Kenny, let's see what happens, brother.
The game continues.
Turn 6 it is.
So, this turn is going to be pretty simple. It's going to be a Defiler charging a Swarm Lord and a Bloodthirster swinging into some Gene Stealers. But I do have 3 blood tithing points again, so I'm going to enact the old Feel No Pain to try to protect me against any of his counterattacks. Since the Swarm Lord is only getting a 4-up cover save right now, I'm going to place the Pie Plate on him. And it's going to miss him. So that is it so far. So I do have the Power Flail. I have the most expensive version of the Defiler. Let's see what his charge is. Long War 6 and a 1. That's math. That's science.
Yep. I also overwatch you with the Hellified Stare.
And we're gonna you're gonna do the old embrace.
Oh yes.
The crab love.
Come hither. Let me hug you with my Edward Scissorhands. Time for some Smashy McSmasherton love. So I am weapon skill 9 to his 1. Weapon skill zone, so I need a 3 to hit. Luckily I hit. I am strength 10 to 1, but because of smash I get to re-roll this. Convert it into a 6. It's a 4, so it's a pin. And Kenny gets a 5-up save against it.
Block it. And the Defiler, because he has the flail and the 2 power fists, and walkers get to add 1 attack to the profile for every close combat weapon they have over 2. That's 6 attacks. But I do need 5s to hit you.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty good roll. That's
math.
That's
about
not
50%.
That's math. And we're looking for 2s. So that is 3 strength 10 wounds to the Swarm Lord.
Easy enough. Period blades gives me 4 up, and then I get to stick a 5 up. That kind of went everywhere, guys. Sorry, it's a 2, so I am down to my last solo wound.
See, the Bloodthirster are going to hit these 6 hits, these 6 wounds. Up, still. The Ceremonial 4, looking to convert on 2s. That is 4 Feel No Pain saves for these G-Stars. I'd love to convert on these guys right now. Oh, that's a negative. He still has 1 left.
The best Gene Stealer in the world. Okay, got my attacks back. At least I rolled a 1 to turn it into a preferred enemy.
Nope.
Alright.
Pretty happy that the Defiler is still alive and kicking, and he might actually kill a Swarmlord. Not too happy about this Gene Stealer still being alive, but I have another chance to kill him, but he also has another chance to move some Gaunts in the range, so...
Okay, this is exactly what I was talking about. You got to be prepared as if the game is going to end on 5, but be ready for when it goes on. So here I am. I am going to lock down this guy with the rest of these Hormagaunts here, move the Malanthrope over to lock down my objective, and kind of see what I can do and get Optimus Prime involved to bail out the Swarmlord. Swarmlord's time to smash attack this guy to death. 1 attack.
Oh, no preferred enemy comes through on a 2.
The worst dice I could roll. It's fine, it's fine. And just so everybody knows at home, Optimus Prime is in there and engaged, but he would have had to move through terrain, so he is at I1. So he's able to swing at me.
So we're trying to get the Swarmlord right now. When he finds the hit, that is what I want to see. Triple
Wow.
Long Wars, trying to convert on 2s. And this guy has to make 2 form vulnerables with no feel, no pain.
Stuck him. Dead.
Yeah.
When I mean stuck him, he's dead.
I want to mention that I don't think a Defiler has ever successfully killed a Swarmlord in the history of Warhammer 40k. You saw it here first in the Long War.
In the history of ever, Swarmlord and Kenny, I just want you to know, this is round 3 with the Nids, and Swarmlord is finally down in turn 6. Okay, Optimus Prime in a blind rage of fury is so pissed right now. He is bumped up. He is at strength 8, and he's got 7 attacks. What's your weapon skill?
He's less than you, unless you're a 3.
I am more than that. So I have 6 hits, and I am strength 8 right now.
Looking for 4s.
I have no preferred enemy involved with this, right? So I have a glance and a pin.
Okay. So here's the glance of 5+ invulnerable because I'm a Defiler. In a pen, 5 up invulnerable. Block the pen, take 1 whole point. The Defiler is murder shuffling all over the corpse of this Swarmlord. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Okay, so I'm still looking good for game turns. I've got everything, but I want you to know there's a little piece inside of me that has just died, along with the Swarmlord. So, but either way, I'm positive. The game is looking favorable for me. We're just going to push on and see if this is it or if it goes to turn 7. Yep.
There it is.
There's the one. Kenny, that is it, brother. What a great game. Absolutely. Thank you. Okay, everybody. The game is done. So please head on over to longwar.net to finish up the post-game interviews and the rest of banter with Kenny and I and find out all the gritty details.
Deleted scenes, bonus content, and all the interviews and post-game wrap-up videos can be located in the Hall of Veterans on thelongwar.net. Visit thelongwar.net today and try a week completely free with no strings attached. That's not all. Thelongwar.net is also your hobby resource for exclusive early access with an ad-free experience to all your favorite videos. Members of the Hall of Veterans gain early exclusive access to multiple hobby videos.